Hello, learners, welcome back to Mimi's Narrative Nook. Today, we are diving into a heartwarming tale around courage, friendship, and finding the lion that lives inside us all. Join me as we discover The Lion Inside by Rachel Bright and Jim Field, a story that shows us how even the smallest voice can make the biggest roar. So grab a cozy spot and let's begin this adventure together. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold stood a mighty flat rock, all craggy and old. And under that rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, whitest, meekiest brown mouse. He was so very tiny, so incredibly small, that nobody noticed him ever at all. He got stepped on and sat on. He missed out on stuff, ignored and forgotten. His mouse life was tough. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was 9 o'clock. This huge toothy creature made sure everyone saw how important he was by how loud he could roar. He was head of the pack. He was shouty and proud. He loved flexing his biceps and wowing the crowd. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty king cat. If only, thought Mouse, I could be more like that. Then, late one dark night, in his tiny mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He leaped up in the darkness and held up a paw. I've got it, he said. What I need is a roar. I mean, what if this mouse with the weeniest squeak were a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fussy brown mice, but he'd make friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn it now. But it wouldn't be easy. There was only one beast who could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. It was time to be strong. Take a chance. After all, forever was such a long time to feel small. So he made himself brave and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do. But if you want things to change, you first have to change you. The farther he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then, at last, as he stood on his tippity toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Pardon me, wake up, Mr. Lion. You've got company. Squeak. Mr. Lion, what I have come to you for is a squeak. Do you think you could teach me your roar? A silence befell the twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time slowed right down, why it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out an eek. The lion curled up in a terrified ball. He didn't like this, not one bit at all. Don't hurt me, he whimpered, who tried to be nice. Well, this mighty great lion was frightened of mice. Don't worry, Mouse peeped. I'm here as a friend. Let's hang out together, be pals to the end. That was a magical moment for sure, when the mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learned to speak out, and for that, you don't need to roar or to shout. And from that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better now that rock was to share. The mouse, while still little, felt big in his head, and lion, he still roared, but with laughter instead. Yes, that day they both learned that no matter your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. And that's how the tiny mouse and the mighty lion showed us that courage and kindness can come from anyone, big or small. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mimi's Narrative Nook for more amazing stories. See you next time. Keep roaring with courage. Bye bye.